Hi, and welcome to this week's live session. The focus is the moon. One of the features on the moon are called rills. You can see that they look like long cracks in the surface of the moon. One of the hypotheses about the origin of these rills is from some kind of flow, maybe lava or like a water type flow. So question number 1, please tell me one thing that scientists believe could have been the cause of rills. Another feature is called rays. You can see in the lower left-hand portion of the moon and also kind of right center of the moon, you've got craters, and they have material that are splashed out around the outer edges of those craters. Those are called rays. If you think of sun rays radiating out from the center, that'll help you to remember what the rays are. When you look at the moon, you see the man in the moon, and basically what you're seeing is these dark features called mares or maria. They are ancient basalt flows. They reflect very little sunlight, so they give those regions of the Earth a very dark appearance. For question number 2, please tell me what those dark features are in the man in the moon. Another feature is a crater. These are bowl-shaped depressions, usually from an impact. If you look at the largest crater, or the second largest crater, you'll notice that there are other craters within those larger craters. It makes sense to think that those smaller craters would have occurred after the larger craters. If they would have occurred before the larger craters, then those little ones would have been obliterated by the impact. So for question number 3, please tell me, what type of crater occurred first in this picture, larger or smaller? It's question number 3. This is a lunar cycle. There are 2 main sections of the phases of the moon. You've got waning and you've got waxing. Waxing is when we are building up from a new moon to a full moon. Waning is equivalent to wearing away, so that occurs when we have full moon going to new moon. Notice you will see a full half of the moon during a full moon phase, and you will not see any portion of the moon during a new moon phase. For question number 4, please tell me, if the moon is wearing away from full to new, would that be waxing or waning phase? In this diagram, you can see that it takes longer for the moon to complete a lunar cycle, which would be from full to full, than it does to complete one revolution around the Earth. Please notice that the moon revolves around the Earth counterclockwise, and it also rotates on its own axis counterclockwise. The Earth also revolves and rotates counterclockwise. Looking at this picture, it takes the Earth 27.3 days to go around the Earth one time. However, it takes 29.5 days to complete a full lunar cycle. The reason it takes longer for a lunar cycle is because in that time period, the Earth is moved. So in order for the moon to get back into direct alignment, it'll have to move a little bit farther to get back into direct alignment between the sun, Earth, and moon itself. So for question number 5, please tell me, why is a lunar cycle longer than the moon's revolution around the Earth? That is question number 5. This is just a picture showing us what the different phases look like. The first 4, 5, those would be crescents. The last 4 would be crescents also. What would the very, very bottom phase be? Notice you see nothing. That is question number 6. This picture is showing us a lunar eclipse. We actually just had a blood moon not too long ago. A blood moon is experienced when we, from our vantage point, can see a full lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipses are named so because the moon is being blocked out by the Earth's shadow. Notice there are two types of shadows, umbra and penumbra. When we were experiencing our blood moon, the moon was located in the umbra. For question number 7, please tell me, what is the alignment between the Earth, Sun, and Moon for a lunar eclipse? Question number 7. Question number 8. You will notice that you have the Earth, then the Moon, and then the Sun for a solar eclipse. Eclipses are named for whatever is being blocked out. In this particular type of eclipse, the Sun is being blocked out by the Moon. Even though the Moon is not the same size as the Sun, it appears to be during a solar eclipse. For question number 8, please tell me the alignment for a solar eclipse. This is what a solar eclipse can look like. During a solar eclipse, it's the only time that we can see the atmospheric region of the Sun called the umbra. Question number 9, please tell me that atmospheric layer that we can only see during a solar eclipse. Tides occur because of the gravitational pull on the Earth from the Moon. The Moon actually has a greater effect, gravity-wise, on us than the Sun does. For question number 10, please tell me which one has a greater gravitational effect on our tides, the Moon or the Sun? It's question number 10. This is just another diagram. It's showing us the difference between the types of tides. Spring tide is going to occur during full and moon because the gravity from the Moon and the Sun are acting together. First and third quarter experience neap tides because the gravity between the Moon and the Sun are acting at a 90-degree angle to each other. Just another diagram showing us the difference between spring and neap tides. Please tell me which one, neap or spring tides, would the Earth be experiencing larger than normal high tides and smaller than normal low tides? The blue circles around the Earth is showing us the water. Look at the pictures and please tell me for number 11, neap or spring tides, which one has larger than normal high tides and smaller than normal low tides? It's number 11. Apogee and perigee describe the Moon in relationship to the Earth. The Moon orbits the Earth in an ellipse or an oval. Apogee is the point in its orbit when it is farthest from the Earth. Perigee is the part of the orbit when it's closest to the Earth. Please tell me, what is the name of the position of the Moon when it is farthest away from the Earth? That is question 12. This is the appearance of the Moon during apogee and perigee. It's one of the reasons why we see the Moon looking a lot larger sometimes than other times. When it's really, really large, we're probably experiencing a perigee. When it's smaller, it's probably at apogee. And this would occur approximately once a month. That is it. Please submit your answers through this assignment. Have a good day.